second half of the Arthur Murray Show with Beatrice, Lillie, Jackie Miles, Reginald Gardiner, Lillie Ann Carroll, and Mrs. Kathryn Murray as Mistress of Ceremonies.
We hope you're enjoying the Arthur Murray party. Why, Reginald Gardiner. How are
you? You know, Kathryn, I felt we'd bump into each other somewhere around here.
Don't you think a dance floor is a good place for bumping into people?
Well, as I dance, yes.
Well, don't you dance well?
Clumsy comes out.
Oh, clumsy or clumsy?
Clumsy.
All right. Well, now, that's good news to me, and I'll go out and get an enrollment blank and sign you up. Just say no more.
Say no more? Well, it's a nice thing, invited to a party, and I'm told to say no more, but I'll take a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, some of you may know that I have a theory about railroad engines and locomotives and trains and all those things being alive, and not only alive, but furious, livid, horrid beasts. But, of course, in contrast to that, we have ships. Now, a ship is a sweet, proud, graceful creature. I will not have any argument about that. Anybody who's seen a big ship going to sea cannot deny that it has a sort of, thing about it. But, thank you. But, a ship, of course, also has its horrid side. If you go down into the engine room of any big ship, you'll find a lot of very complicated machinery, and in the middle of it you'll find two very large steel things facing each other, both made exactly the same. They have a very mean look on their faces. They never take their eyes off each other, and I'm told driving the ship across the ocean. And the only effect, the only thing that they do seems to be this. And then nearby, there's a piston-like arrangement that goes backwards and forwards, like this. And then at the end of that, there's a little tiny fellow. I rather like him. He bobs up and down all out of time. He's rather a jolly little fellow. He doesn't give a darn. He just bobs up and down all out of time. And he bobs up and down just at the end of And what is very clever of him, he never collides with So you get the whole setup. These things are doing this. And this thing is going and all the little fellow does is Schenectady. Obviously, that is a product of New York. Well, I never forget the first time I came to the States, we were nearing land, and a passenger standing near me said, "Oh, look, there's Ambrose Light." So I looked across the water, and I saw a flat-looking ship with a pole sticking up in the middle with a kind of balloon-like effect on the top, with a slight light inside it. And while I was watching it, to my amazement, it let out a noise like this. I didn't know what that was until I later found out that this little Ambrose Light was subsidized by squid. Well, I'd like to tell you the one thing, though, that I love about ships and the sea more than anything else, and that is a lighthouse. Now, I guess everybody at some time or another has seen a lighthouse, but the strange thing about a lighthouse is that you never see the light coming towards you. It's always just going away like that. You say, "Oh, look, there's a lighthouse." It's just going away like that. Then it's here for hours and hours and hours. Thank you. Well, you needn't really worry about me, ladies and gentlemen. You see, all my family are very carefully and sweetly taken care of. So I think maybe I better join them right now. Thank you very much.
Reggie, you really are marvelous.
You're very sweet, Kathy. Reggie, Kathy sounds like an old card play.
Oh, could we be in one together?
I hope so.
That'll be wonderful because you're fun to be with. Tell me, are you having a good time at our party?
I'm having a wonderful time, dear.
Good. I'd like to have you come with me and look in at another party.
I would love to.
Don't forget to make a
come
wish.
on,
All right, all right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
How about a birthday dance with me, Don?
Gee, I'd like to, but I'm afraid I'm not much of a dancer.
Oh, you're not.
Not a very happy birthday for Don, was it? No. But a few days later, a guest at that party invited Don to come along to Arthur Murray's. And when Don saw how much fun the other people were having learning to dance the famous Arthur Murray way, well, he decided to take a sample lesson himself. And he found that he wanted more. And like most people, he learned easily, quickly. And as far as his social life is concerned, well, Don's at our party here tonight, our Arthur Murray party, and I'd say he's doing all right for himself. You know, right now, Arthur Murray wants to give you a cordial invitation to join the thousands of other people who are finding new popularity by learning to dance the famous Arthur Murray way. It's easy, it's quick, it's fun to learn at Arthur Murray's, and the cost is surprisingly low. Many people like to start with a few private lessons, and then when they've gained poise and confidence, they join a club class with other congenial folks and actually save more than 50% on the cost of their lessons. Now, you are invited to join the fun, but you'd better hurry because those popular fall classes are filling up fast. Now, there's an Arthur Murray teacher waiting for a phone call from you right now at your nearest Arthur Murray studio. The number's in the phone book. So call Arthur Murray's right away, won't you? Believe me, you'll be glad you did.
It's a competition, the Battle of the College Choruses. You see, girls are going to meet boys on this competition. Girls are from Vassar, and the men are from Princeton. And they each from choral societies of their own university. Tonight, our judges are going to tell you which one is going to be the winner. And over here are judges. I'd like to have you meet them. Miss Mary Dillon, formerly head and president of our Board of Education, and the famous song detective, Mr. Sigmund Spade, and from the Singers Club of New York, Mr. Halsey Barrett. We're very glad you three are judges because we know you're experts. And if the singers are ready now, we'll start in with the girls from Vassar called the Night Owls.
Do you want the moon to play with, or the stars to run away with? They'll come if you don't cry. Lula, 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 bye, bye. In your mammy's arms you're creeping, and soon you will be sleeping, honey. Lula, 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 lula. Oh, do, 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 do. Where's that careless chambermaid? Where she puts my razor blade? She's mislaid, I'm afraid. It's gonna be found. Ask her where she put my broom. What she did with my perfume. Just can't lose it, gotta use it, 'cause Lula's back in town. I get my old tuxedo pressed, gotta sew a button on my vest, 'cause tonight I've gotta look my best. Lulu's back in town. Gotta shine my shoes and comb my hair,
Princeton come the Princeton Nassoons.
Georgia, Georgia, Georgia Brown, Georgia Brown.
Just got here yesterday. Things are hot here now, they say.
There's a big change in town.
Gal's jealous, there's no doubt. Still the fellas rave about
Sweet, sweet Georgia Brown.
Ever since she came to town,
The colored folks all claim no gown maid has got a shade on sweet Georgia Brown. 2 left feet, but oh so neat and sweet Georgia Brown.
They all died, fought and died for sweet Georgia Brown. I'll tell you just why.
I'll tell you just why.
You know I don't lie.
You know I don't lie. It's been said she knocks them dead when she lands in town. Since she came, why, it's a shame how she cools them down. Fellas, she don't get hard fellas. She ain't met Georgia claimed her, Georgia named her sweet little Georgia Brown.
You heard the girls and you heard the boys, and while the judges are making up their minds, I have something I want to tell the girls about. Now, right here is a box, and it says Arthur Murray Guaranteed Nylons on it. And inside are some very pretty stockings. There's a picture of an Arthur Murray teacher on the cover, too. And the girls are going to get a year's supply of these stockings. You see, my husband was sure he'd never get anywhere just being in the dance business, so he decided to go in for hosiery as the sideline. And the men haven't been forgotten because Ben Russ is giving each of the Princetonian gentlemen one of these fine Ben Russ mantle clocks. Good looking, isn't it? Something like a man, too, sort of strong and steadfast, and it knows something a young man doesn't know. It knows what time to get up in the morning. So now maybe the judges are ready. I've given them a little time. Are you? Unanimously, a vote, all 3 of them say, the girls, the night out. Get rid of these. Oh, I do think that's very exciting. My six got a little, I'll give you applause all by myself, all right? And now at this time, we have somebody else to salute. Because each week we salute the pupils of the week. They are the Arthur Murray students who have been chosen as the most popular in their own home studio. And this week, pupils of the week come from Chicago. Mr. and Mrs. George Wright. How are you both?
Fine.
Mind if I get in the middle?
No, not at all.
Tell me, are you glad you're pupils of the week?
Oh, we sure are.
Makes you glad you went to Murray's, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
All these plugs I'm getting in. Well, how did you happen to go to our studio?
Well, we both like music very much, and after we got married, we discovered that we couldn't dance very good together.
What were you doing before you got married? And can you dance together? Can you dance together better now?
Oh, yes, our dancing has improved greatly.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad to hear it. I also heard that you had won a waltz contest. Is that so?
Yes, we did.
So waltz is your favorite dance, is that it?
Well, let's say it was our favorite dance. We
Got a
like
new one?
rumba now.
What do you like?
Rumba.
Rumba.
But we've only
Oh.
had 2 lessons there.
Well, how do you know it's your favorite if you only had 2
Because
lessons?
we like the music so well.
Well, actually, we had heard that you liked waltz, and we had planned to have you, if you would, do a waltz for us. Would you be good sports and, despite the 2 lessons, do rumba instead? Would you?
Yes.
Will you?
Yes, we will.
She's braver than you are. She'd probably bet on the $64 question. Sammy, don't play the waltz. Will you make it a rumba, please? Go ahead. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And now, I want to tell you something. That one of the reasons why I have such a good time at these parties is that we have so much excitement, competition, and dancing and everything else. And tonight, Beatrice Lillie. I once saw her in a sketch that she's going to do tonight. She's going to be assisted by Reginald Gardiner and Carl Reiner. And it all takes place in a linen shop.
Could you hold those for me, please? Oh, just a second. Remind me to have that straightened, will you? Thank you. Clerk? Nobody here. Clerk?
Yes, madam.
Oh, you gave me quite a turn. I wonder if you can tell me if my order has gone off yet.
I really wouldn't know, madam. Not knowing what your order is, I wouldn't know.
But I telephoned to you this morning.
What name, madam?
Mrs. Blagden Blogg.
Mrs. Blogden Blagg?
No, Blagden Blogg.
Oh, Blogden Blagg. Have you an address?
Do I look as if I live in the open air? I gave a large order for sheets and tablecloths to be sent to Mrs. Blogden Blagg. Bacon Villa, Egham.
Egham?
Well, I hope I speak plainly. Egg ham.
Oh, yes, I remember very well now, madam. I'm afraid that order won't go off till tomorrow morning.
Oh, drat.
Now, tell me, is there anything further, madam?
Yes, I want 2 dozen double damask dinner napkins, please.
I beg your pardon?
2 dozen double damask dinner napkins.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm not quite sure.
Now, look, dinner napkins. The thing, really.
Oh, yes. I understand, madam, yes. Right. Plain?
No, not plain at all. Double damask.
I'm sorry, madam. Would you mind repeating the order? I'm really
Look
not...
here, I want 2 dozen damn dubbock. I want 2 dozen damn dizzick. Danner nipkins.
Dinner napkins, madam?
Yes,
You mean dinner napkins?
that's what I said.
Oh, no, madam. You'll forgive me. You said dinner napkins.
Don't be ridiculous. I said dinner napkins and I meant Danner dim. I wish you wouldn't confuse me.
I'm sorry, madam. I understand now. I know what you want. You want dinner napkins.
Yes.
Yes. How many, madam?
2 dozen.
Madam, please.
Oh, look here. Can't you get it? Wash my lips. Come here. Now, I want 2 double damask dinner napkins.
Yes, certainly, madam. But you don't mean 2 dozen. You mean 2 dozen.
I said 2 dozen.
Yes.
Well, they must be Darrell Zanuck.
Darrell Zanuck?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, madam. We've nothing of that kind in stock.
Oh, really? Well, of all the fools, can't I find anyone with a modicum, just a modicum of intelligence in this store?
Well, here comes Mr. Peters, madam. Maybe if you spoke to him.
How do you do?
How do I do what?
Can I be of any assistance, madam?
Well, I'm sorry to say it, but your assistant here doesn't care to speak English. I'm giving an order, but it might just as well be in Greek, for all he understands.
Well, that's strange. Our Mr. Slaughter here speaks Greek perfectly.
Go on! Speak a bit.
Certainly. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta.
Quiet.
Sorry. Allow me to help you, madam. You require.
I want 2 dozen double dinner napkins, please.
I beg your pardon.
Can't you understand?
Would you mind repeating the order, madam?
Yes. I want 2 dozen.
2 dozen.
Didn't I say 2 dozen?
No, madam, you said dozen, but I understand perfectly. You mean 2 dozen. In other words, a double dozen.
That's it. A double dozen of double down dizzy knickers.
I beg your pardon, man, but you mean a double dozen of double damask dinner napkins.
A double damask, sir.
I said double damask. It's dinner napkins you require, madam?
Not so. Dinner napkins.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm so sorry. One gets confused.
Yes, one does.
Dipper nankin.
No, dapper-ninkin.
Nippy dankins.
I understand exactly what you want, madam.
You do?
Yes. Would you mind repeating the order, madam?
I want 2 double dizzle, damon, dubbock, dinner napkins.
Allow me. The lady requires 2 dozen dimmick, dunner napkins.
Dunner napkins?
Yes.
Certainly. 2 dozen.
No, not 2 dozen, dozen.
Right so. If I may say so, we get confused
You can
splitting
say
it up
that.
as it
Yeah,
were.
no,
The full order is 2 dozen double dimmick, nipper dupkins.
No, sir. Pardon me. What the lady really wants is 2 Dummin, dizzy darters.
I don't want busy darkers, said Dickens.
No,
Whatever it is, I don't want.
I'm very
Mr.
sorry.
Slaughter, she wants 2 drizzy,
I shall
2
be born here.
drizzy. If she wanted 2
I shall never
Mr.
be
Slaughter,
born
you are forgetting your place.
I am
She
not
wanted 2
forgetting my
drizzy.
place.
I
Mr.
shall
Slaughter,
never have it.
please, Mr. Drizzy.
Please, I want 2 damn.
Madam, please. Your language.
Oh, very well. Give me a box of Kleenex.
I don't blame you applauding. I think they're wonderful, too. We wish we had unlimited time. We'd coax her out ourselves. But now it is time for something that's new, and it's good, too, if you like mysteries, do you? Because it's going to be the Arthur Murray dance quiz, and here's the way it works. The teachers are going to do about a half minute of a dance. And if you know the name of it, you write down that name and send it to your nearest Arthur Murray studio, and you'll get a free lesson for it. As a matter of fact, tonight they're going to do 2 dances. And if you can guess them both, you get 2 free lessons. You'll be getting a certificate, something like this. And you can either give that for a birthday or a Christmas present to someone else, or you can treat yourself and use it. Now, you'd better get a paper and pencil because we're almost ready to start. And tonight, the dances, I'll give you 1 clue. They're both English dances because they're in honor of our English guests, Beatrice, Lillie, and Reginald Gardiner. And if the teachers are ready, let's start out with the first mystery dance. Ready for the second one. Are you ready? Write down the name of the first one and get ready for the second. So now, if you were able to guess the dances, I'd suggest that you sit down and write down the names right away. And then later on tonight, mail them to the nearest Arthur Murray studio and get your free lessons for them. But actually, I don't know why we call any dances mystery dances. Because there shouldn't be any mystery about any of them. And to take a little hint, listen into this telephone conversation between Bob and Ruth.
Ruth, this is Bob. It's about this Saturday. I wondered if you'd like to go out with me.
Oh, why, I'd love it. There's that new movie down at the Globe. Everybody's raving about it. And if we go early,
Well, let's save the movie for some other time. I have tickets for our club's big dance this Saturday night.
Oh. Well, I guess you better count me out, Bob. I'm not so good with the new steps, and, well, I wouldn't have any fun, and you wouldn't either.
Oh. Well, all right, Ruth. I'll call you soon about that movie.
Well, 2 days later in the mail, Ruth received a torn clipping from a local newspaper. And it read, "Be popular. Learn to dance the Arthur Murray way." Well, Ruth was angry at first, especially since there was no indication as to who sent her the clipping. But then, well, it was a good suggestion, and so she finally did go to Arthur Murray's. Well, now, that was about 3 months ago. And, Ruth and Bob have gotten a lot closer since then.
That was fun. You know, darling, I'm having a hard time keeping up with you since you learned all those new steps.
Oh, it is fun being able to dance to anything the band plays. But you know, Bob, Arthur Murray really deserves all the credit. And to think that the reason I went to Arthur Murray's was because somebody sent me a clipping from a newspaper.
Now, who do you suppose would do a thing like that?
Well, when you come to Arthur Murray's, you'll find some pleasant surprises in store for you. It's so easy to learn to dance the Arthur Murray way, and the cost is amazingly low. You begin by taking a few private lessons, and then, when you've gained assurance, join a special club class with a group of other friendly folks. But you'd better join now. Those fall classes are filling up. You can now save 50% on your lessons. You can phone your nearest Arthur Murray dealer tonight. Your Arthur Murray instructor is waiting for a phone call from you. There's an Arthur Murray teacher waiting for your call. Call, won't you?
Well, tell me, are you having a good time?
Oh, I'm having a wonderful time.
Well, I'm glad to hear it because I want a favor from you.
Oh, I'd love to.
Well, you know, the record that you've made that I like best of all is Marie. Would you sing it for us?
I'd love to. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lillie and Carol. Where Marty, quando torna, aju bette bette, farma giuni, tutta notte bracciare cutte. Where Marty, quando torna, aju bette bette. Fruit man, happy as can be. He sells fruit to everyone, but he sings this song to me. Oh, Marie, oh, Marie. Here's the phrase that my Vaux sings to me. He wants my kisses, and he wants me to become his missus. Can't you see that I love you sincerely? Please hear my plea. Marry me. Where Marie? Here's the phrase that my Vaux sings to me.
Don't forget, in the Arthur Murray Club class, you can meet other congenial people like yourselves and save more than 50% of the cost of your lesson. But you'd better hurry because the fall classes are filling up fast. Phone your nearest Arthur Murray studio right now. There's an Arthur Murray teacher waiting to take your call.
Try that.
See your local Arthur Murray studio. This is the Dumont Television Network.